Tips and tricks. Settings are everything. You cannot just jump into this game and expect big wins if you haven't dabbled with the settings a bit. You can optimize the graphics for a lag-free experience, turn on aim assist so point and shoot becomes easier, and choose to use the gyroscope too. Furthermore, the option to choose between a third-person mode and first-person mode also makes the experience more user-friendly. One can also adjust the size and position of the controls, which goes a long way in keeping your gaming experience smooth. An additional tip, keep your peek and fire setting on, you'll need it. Train and train again. Before you jump straight onto the multiplayer map, unintended, polish your skills on the training map that the games offer. Here you can test various weapons, learn to drive a variety of vehicles and even experiment with a few techniques that help you get closer to scoring big. Strategize from the start. When fighting for the top spot in a battle royale that heavily depends on survival, a good strategy is the most important thing. And the strategy needs to begin even before you actually parachute your way down to the map. Do a little research on the areas on the map that offer the most loot and also know the zones that are high risk. That way you'll be one step ahead from the very start. Use headphones. It's great to just open the game and start playing as is, but using headphones is a neat little trick that helps a lot. PUBG uses directional audio like many other games, and using headphones really helps you to identify the sounds of footsteps, gunfire and more. Be a team player. Going solo feels like the heroic thing to do, and you always hope to rack up more kills that way. But it isn't the most recommended way of going about the game. Learn to stick with your team as it guarantees that you will last longer. Communicate with your team and help them if they are injured, and most players would reciprocate. Turning on your voice chat also helps guide other team players, but make sure you mute the annoying ones as they can prove to be your greatest distraction. Heal as you go. Unlike most games, PUBG does not have an auto-heal feature. After all, it is a survival game. Use a combination of painkillers, energy drinks, bandages, health packs and medkits to keep yourself going. It is easy to ignore looting these, but if you want to last till the end, everything counts. Painkillers and energy drinks are also good for the times when you are stuck out of the play zone, so use them wisely. Guns blazing versus stealth. Many players would debate as to which method works better in this game as user experiences and skills vary. But the most recommended method is actually trying to take out enemies without being spotted or killed, and guns blazing is a great way of clearing out smaller areas teeming with enemies. Learn to use your map as advantage too, as foliage, buildings, and vehicles really make for good cover. Moving while you are crouched also helps sneak up on unsuspecting enemies as your footsteps won't be heard. You can also modify your approach according to the guns and attachments that you find in the game. You need to be stealthy with a sniper or a suppressor, a machine gun or a heavy assault rifle. Engage only when you're sure. It is easy to get tempted to fire right away when you spot an enemy, but if you're trying to avoid giving away your location, make sure you take a kill shot. If in case you cannot, learn to wait it out and maybe ask one of your team players for some cover fire. Sometimes not firing is way better than firing. Grenades are a great distraction. Grenades aren't just an effective way of killing your enemies, they also are great for creating distractions. When you're unsure of your enemy's position, throw a grenade far away and let your enemy be guided by the mark it creates on the map. Players will often confuse the mark for an enemy and try to strike, but you'd always be waiting for them instead. Be vehicle-wise. Vehicles are noisy and can always be spotted easily, but then they also move fast and are great help when it comes to escaping a situation or aim towards a drop. Keep a vehicle around as you explore an area on foot, and when needed, use your vehicle to avoid the chance of being killed. A bonus is that you can run over other players and score kills while you drive. We'd suggest you avoid bikes though, as you are more vulnerable to injuries and death while riding them.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Thank you. Watch out!